Well, hello there. I'm really glad you could make it today. We're going to be calling today's episode Starbox 2.0. Even if you think you've made a Starbox, I think you'll learn some great new things today. We'll build some that look like this, probably build one that looks like this. We might build even a giant one that looks like that. I'll show you what you can do with it. All different kinds, nesting Starboxes, some that you can even put plants in. So stick around. I think you're going to enjoy this lesson all about Starboxes. So let's fold a Starbox. Remember our box from our first episode? I still like that one. If you haven't seen our box making from a long time ago, go back and watch how to make a traditional box with a lid. Really like that lesson, and it's so useful. But a Starbox is really beautiful. Here's a couple I made that I showed you at the beginning. This neat little one with some green accents, rather. Love this one here. I kind of went overboard with some little diamond things that I got at the Hobby Lobby, also with a piece of faux paper in the bottom. I used acrylic paint to decorate that one. And here's a blue and orange one that turned out really great. I glued a blue sheet of paper to the back of an orange sheet of paper, so I ended up with this really thick and sturdy box. It's going to be great to put heavy things in it if I want to, whatever I want to put in it. I like that one a lot. And then here's the last idea I had. I found a way to remove the insets of these individual petals. That, I think, is my favorite one. That's just a great look. So let's make one. Take your paper, lay it out like this on your desk, and we're going to fold this first to create a perfect square by making that what they call diagonal fold. Right there. Make the diagonal fold, and we'll cut along the edge, the folded line there. Okay, that's good. So open it up, and we're going to reverse the direction and go end to end with a crisscross fold. Okay. This time when we open up, we'll see that nice crisscross look there. Okay, you with me so far? Okay, let's go in half. Like so. Okay, fold that up. Open that up. And we've got only one more direction that we can go, and that's the fat way, the other direction. Crisscross style. Okay, really easy so far. And it really is all pretty easy. Let's go back and fold it into any one of our half triangle ways here. Lay it on your desk like this with the pointed part down. Take your hand and underneath, I'm going to re-crease that center line fold. Like that. Open it back up. And after you open it back up, you'll discover that there's a nice little place for your fingers to go in here. And let that pouch expand. And then just bring it right down onto itself and make that shape. Let me do that again for you. Right in here, bring it over, and fold it down. Try to line up these points here pretty well too. That'll help us out later. Okay. Now turn it over. This time, you see that center line right there in our, remember that shape we had? That center line, we're going to pivot along that center line and bring it back and fold it, and then bring it back the other direction. Just pivot on that center line right there. Okay, so this is going to now be the counterpart to that pouch that we had on the front. Put your hand in here, like that, and fold it down. Hey, you're becoming an origami expert. That's right, you are. Okay. Hey, we're halfway done. It's important for this next series of folds that this open part is facing the bottom down here, the bottom part of your desk. So don't fold it even though it looks almost the same that way. Don't let the open part be at the top. Make sure that this part is facing down right here. Okay, so I'm going to grasp just the first page. Kind of imagine this as 1, 2 pages here. I'm going to grasp the first one, and when I do, I'm going to try to make it fold into a skinny triangle that lines up along the center line right there. Okay. This one also has 2 triangles. Take this one, just the one on the front, bring it in, and fold it down. So now I'm at the point where it's going to help me a little bit if I use my scissors edge to make these folds a little sharper, a little crisper. Let's use my scissors. Okay. Alright, now let's turn the whole thing over. Like that. So it's just a matter now of doing everything we just did, except we did the other page, so there's only one left here. Bring it into the center. Okay, now hopefully those 2 lines will match up, the old one and the new one. And then the one on the right also. Bring it into the center and fold it down, and I'm going to go over those lines again. Okay, great. Kind of looks like a little kite. It gets a little weird right here, but it's kind of a good weird. So I'm going to take my little eraser here and kind of help you, this might help you visualize this. You see inside this spot right here, right in there, see inside there, that spot? What happens if I put my finger in that spot, right there, and with my other finger, I'm going to press down, like that. Let's take our finger out, we're going to press down, and when you do, it'll collapse into a triangle with a line going down the middle of it. And if you can see that line, it should correspond with the rest of that line of that kite design, if you know what I mean. Okay, that line should go straight down. Don't let it be like shifted over to the left or right. Try to get it straight on. Let's do that again. Maybe you'll understand better. I think I'll get in a little tighter here. Let's see. Okay. So if I take my finger right in here, stick my finger in that spot right there, okay, and collapse that, alright, until it becomes a triangle that I can fold down, like that. Okay, and you notice that that line goes straight down and is lined up pretty well. Hey, nobody's perfect. And let's fold that down with our scissors blade. Okay, that right there is one petal of our star box we already built. Okay, turn it over. Guess what? Same thing all over again. Finger in this spot if you can. You may want to fight you, so don't let it win. Get in there and collapse that triangle. Okay, fold that down. One more to go. And fold that one down as well. And I got kind of a crinkle there. I'm going to work on that. Okay, that's better. Okay. So it kind of looks like a star box already. You see how it's already starting to come together just a little bit. A couple more things we have to do. So imagine this as a book, a little star box book, if you will. I'm going to flip the page over like I'm reading a story. I'm just going to take it and down the center line, I'm going to flip it over. like that. Okay, let me do that again. I'm just going to reach back here and flip it over. All right, so can you see those two lines? There's a line there, and there's a line there, a fold line that we've already made. We're going to bring this one back to the left and bend it back. And put a nice fold on it here. And we're going to take this one over here and bring it in, like that. Okay. Excuse me. Now, one more time, we're going to flip over. And it looks kind of funny until we do this last bit, where there's one more page we can turn here, and we've got two of those little petals to bring in once again. One there, and one right here. Okay, that's all of the folding for that part that we've got to do. And I'm going to take my scissors and burnish that all down, make sure that's all flat. Okay, does yours look kind of like that, I hope? I hope. Okay, now there are 4 Starbox petals to bend down so that we can turn that into that. The first 2 are easy, the second 2 are kind of hidden. The first one's right here. All you have to do is bend it down as far as it'll go, and if you notice that line right there through the middle of the Starbox petal, can you make it line up with that other line that's right down there below it, and squish it down firmly. Okay, then you can probably guess this. Turn it over. Here's an easy petal to fold down just the same way we did a second ago. Fold it down like that. Okay. We've got 2 more of these petals to bend down, but we can't bend them down until we open them up. So there's one here, and there's one here. How do we open that one up? Well, by bending that there, fold this paper in half, and suddenly that last petal will be open so we can fold it down. Okay. One more to go. How do we reach that one? Well, we already folded that one down. Let's come over here then. Open that spot up right there. And then he gets his turn to be folded down. Right there. Okay. So I'm going to take a second now to pinch these corners together really good. We don't want our Starbox to blow up on us. Okay, so how do we open up the Starbox? Well, let's see if we can find where the opening is. Yeah, there it is. Now don't do anything too drastic. Try not to grab it too hard, but I'm going to see if I can get all 4 of my Starbox petals to pop into position here. Once that happens, then it's a simple matter of going inside with your fingers and forcing the Starbox to open. Be careful with these corners so that they don't come unraveled, but if they do, you can always go back and refold that spot. So be gentle, take your time, and here we go. Okay, so my Starbox is done. Isn't that great? Oh, that is so good. Okay, just the way we always do, I kind of like to put a cap on our lesson, and I wanted to show you a few things before we leave Starbucks. Up in the kitchen a few minutes ago, I popped a batch of popcorn and stuck it in my great big box. In fact, I'm still trying to eat the rest of what's in that box. I'm really enjoying my popcorn. That's one use you could certainly have for your Starbucks. You might notice that I made a series of star boxes, a little bit like the boxes that we did our square boxes. Remember those? And I just simply tuck them all inside together. If you squeeze them a little bit, they'll pop right inside one another, and it's really kind of a neat looking effect once you get them all nested together like that. But one thing you might do with your star box is fill it up with some beautiful diamonds of art power. Wow. Well, I kind of like that look. I can keep diamonds in that one. Maybe you've got your jewelry around. Let's put jewelry in this one. Gorgeous diamonds and rubies and emeralds and all these precious jewelry bits. I like that. Well, I wonder if I could, I don't know, maybe I'll give that to somebody. That's really pretty cool. My my treasure box there. Here's an idea for Mom. I took a piece of cardboard, a paper bag from the grocery store, and I wanted it to look kind of rustic, kind of outdoorsy, so I painted sunflowers on it with my acrylic paint over here that I always keep nearby. I'm going to take a plastic bag, a baggie, and I'm going to cut the top off of it like this with my scissors. Okay, and I'm going to open this bag up and stick it down into my box like that, just to kind of make things a little bit waterproof. And then just happen to have some potting soil here. Yeah, get some potting soil in like that, and oh, that's terrific. Put your flower right in that star box. Give it to Mom, give it to Grandma, or give it to anybody. I just kind of like the look of that. Just a great little thing to do with your star box. Put a plant in it. And one other thing before we go here, I wanted to show you how to remove the petal out of that star box. So let's go back to this one. And it's kind of a simple matter. You just collapse your star box again a little bit so that you can gain access to one of those petals each at a time. And then while the star box petal is folded, then take your scissors. I don't know, can you see that? I'm gonna just make a cut inside while the petal is folded, and then I'm able to remove that petal, or that inside, just the way we did with this one. Maybe a little bit more carefully on that one. Okay. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. I'm going to fill my Starbucks with handy baked beans. I'm a big baked bean lover, and no, we're just kidding about the baked beans. Don't put baked beans in your Starbucks. Okay, well, make a whole pile of Starbucks, a nesting Starbucks, make them big, do the popcorn thing, get out there and have some fun, make a whole pile of them, and we'll see you back here next time. But before we go, remember, whoever you go, whoever you run into, you've got something to be proud of. You're an artist. And we'll see you back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.